everyone, so we're going to be getting up close and personal in the kitchen today. I'm going to be sharing kind of my what I eat in a day type of video, and this is going to be my pregnant and healthy meals, you guys. As you all know, I'm expecting a child, so I decided to share this video with you guys. I'm going to share what I eat, like my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, all those good stuff. And of course, you guys, if you're pregnant, you know that the very first thing you eat in the morning, not eat, you drink in the morning, is your prenatal vitamins. And I actually really do love this one. I bought it from CVS. I started taking prenatal vitamins even before I conceived. So this right here is very, very important. Your prenatal vitamins, you have to make sure you take this once a day. This actually comes in kind of a big capsule, so you have to take it once a day, and it's so good for you and your baby. So without further ado, let's right on to the kitchen. First thing that wakes me up in the morning is the baby's kicks, and once it starts, you guys, I can't sleep no more. There is nothing you can do to be able to sleep because it's such, you know, a very strong kick. So the first thing I do is I head down to the kitchen to fix myself a cup of smoothie, and with this I use pineapple, mango, kale, spinach and orange juice. This smoothie right here is so rich in vitamins, antioxidants and nutrients, which is so good for you and your baby. And I started doing this when I was 9 weeks gone, and I've seen a drastic improvement with my skin. Also, there is this glow I have now that is so obvious, you know. I've been asking myself, where is all this glow coming from? And it's obvious it's coming from this rich smoothie, because kale and spinach alone is a highly nutritional vegetable. I like to take a handful of the vegetables, wash and add them to the smoothie cup. And for the mango, I only use one side of it and keep the rest for the next day. So also the pineapple. I just cut a round portion and keep the rest because I do this every single day. Like, this is a must every morning for me. I'm so used to it, and it's like once you start doing it and you see the results, you find out that you get stuck to it. And once I've blended everything together with a cup of ice, the ice is very, very important. Like, it's important that you guys, I like to drink straight from the cup, like no time. I ain't got no time, you guys. And the smoothie cup is mine and mine alone, so I just drink straight up from it. 10 a.m. is normally when I get hungry, so I start with my favorite breakfast food, which is either pancakes or waffles. It all depends, but I was craving for some pancakes today, so I will use Aunt Jemima whole wheat blend pancake mix. This makes it so much easier because all the ingredients have already been added. All you need to do is add water and mix, and then head on to the stove and fry you some yummy pancakes. So for my sides, I either do sausages or turkey bacon, and I love to glaze my pan with a little butter and then go on and add the bacon. And these don't take much time to be done, so you have to be around to flip them back and forth until you achieve your desired color or texture. I love mine well done and brownish. And this is for a family of 4, you guys. It's not mine alone. Before, a lot of people will be like, Omabel, you eat all this. No, it's for my whole family, guys. I just take a portion. And next, I'm going to make some scrambled eggs. And I love to only use black pepper and seasoned salt. It just makes it taste better. I don't know, with some butter, of course. I like to butter the pan and just add them up in there, mix and add some milk too. I don't know what happened to my milk clip. Can't seem to find it after I was done filming. I probably forgot to press my remote to record that part. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I couldn't find it. So I can't have my pancakes without some strawberries and blueberries, which are also very healthy, not just during pregnancy but for everyone. Breakfast is an essential meal of the day, so it has to be very rich and healthy, especially during pregnancy. And I'm just going to relax and have my breakfast. But of course, my kids, they won't allow me enjoy my food. This is what I go through, guys. Like, if you're a mom, please, do you go through this with your kids. When like they refuse that I eat, you guys, once I sit down to eat, they will first of all finish their own food and then decide to come to mine and start bothering me. Sometimes they'll be like, mommy, I want more, we want more, and then you end up sharing like almost all your food to them. But you know, that's the fun of it all. That's the fun of being a mom. So as you guys can see, I ended up eating just one bacon and my eggs, everything upon like their portion is definitely bigger than mine, but still, what can I say? But you know, the most annoying part of it all is when you give them the food, they eat like maybe the bacon and the eggs, and then they tell you, oh, mommy, I'm full. I don't want to eat the pancakes no more. And then by then, you're already done eating. Like, you don't even want to continue eating no more. So that is just the, I don't know. I don't even know. Hey, what time is it? It's time for lunch. What time is it? It's time for lunch. It's lunch time. Hey, what's for lunch? All right, so for lunch, I'm making fresh fish plantain porridge, which is a meal I always have in my freezer anytime you visit, you guys. Like, I love me some fresh fish plantain porridge. And what first thing I always like to do is to go ahead and defrost my fresh fish. This right here, I normally like to buy a lot of fresh fish. You know, I go to the fish market and then I get some fresh fish, and this is just one thing I love cooking with fresh fish. Some unripe, it's the plantain is actually unripe, so I like to do my unripe plantain porridge. But for the fish, to be able to get that fresh water taste from the fresh fish, I always like to blend some pepper, some red bell pepper, onion, and ginger is very very important for fish, you guys, because it just helps to eliminate that taste that you would normally get from your fresh fish. I just add everything up in my blender and then go ahead and blend them. Also, for my fresh fish, I always like to use a kind of a flat pan to make it, because I've noticed whenever I make it with a pot, it always ends up kind of dissembling, and I like my fresh fish to be all together. So I'm just going to add it in kind of my pan, my saucepan, add the blended pepper, onion, and what again? Garlic, and then I'm just going to add some spice and go ahead and leave it to boil. And for this, I like to just lower the stove. You don't want it to be on high because you want all the sauce to penetrate into the fish. And here I'm going to go ahead and peel off the back of my plantains and then go ahead and cut it up into pieces. It all depends on how big or how small you want your plantain piece to be. I like it kind of medium size. If you make it too small, by the time you finish cooking your porridge, it's going to be all kind of smooshy inside the pot. So I like to kind of cut it into medium sizes, and then I like to, and for my porridge, you guys, I know some people find this weird, but I like to spice everything down before I go ahead and put the pot on the fire. I like to add onion, pepper. For this one, I'm using my Cameroon pepper. I like using grounded Cameroon pepper. I'm going to add some crayfish and of course my palm oil, which is very very important. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some water. You don't want to add too many, like you don't want to add too much water. You probably have to level it with the water and the plantain, you know, so that it's not going to be watery by the time you're all done. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put it to boil and check on my fish. And as you all can see, like this, if you make your fish like this, you will enjoy. If you don't like fresh fish because of that earthy taste you get from it, try to make it this way and see the difference. Like, it's amazing. It tastes so good. It's well spiced, it's well seasoned, and I end up just using my hands to just cut it up because I don't like it to be full. You know, I don't like the fish to be that whole by the time I'm done cooking. So I like to just go ahead and cut up the fish inside the pot. And here I added in some spinach into my porridge, and as you all can see, the porridge is just looking so good and it tastes so good, guys. A lot of people don't actually know how rich an unripe plantain is, you guys. This particular meal right here is filled with a lot of calcium. Is very, very beneficial for your baby, for you. It's so rich. I know people are just used to eating ripe plantain, but try this, like try this method, the unripe plantain porridge. It tastes so good, especially when you eat it maybe with a side, maybe with chicken or fish. For me, I enjoy it a lot with fish. This is one thing you can give me this morning, afternoon, night, 7 days a week, and I will eat it without ever getting tired because it tastes so, 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 so good. Just looking at myself eating while editing this video makes me crave for this plantain porridge. Like, I just feel like going to the freezer and just bring out some and warm up. It's so good, you guys. All right, so now for dinner, I try to keep my dinner really, really simple, really soft, you guys, because of the fact that I struggle with a lot of heartburn. Like, whenever I eat late at night, like 7 p.m, you guys, I would hardly sleep. I mean, like, I end up going to sleep by 3 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning, and it's so uncomfortable. So that is the reason I discovered that whenever I eat very, very light, like my yogurt, you know, and my fruits, it helps my food to digest quickly, and also it helps me a lot when it's time to go to bed. So that is one of the reasons I just decide to keep my food very, very light in, you know, in the night. And also, even when I want to eat something heavy in the night, I always try to make it kind of earlier in the day. Instead of eating by 7 p.m, I'd rather eat by 4 p.m, so that way my body is going to take its time to digest the food, so that like around the time when I normally go to bed, like 10 p.m, 11 p.m, you know, my food must have digested, you know. It just helps me a lot. And yeah, you guys, I think that is all there is to this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and till my next video, I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.